Well, finally, some good news to look forward to. In fact, what I'm picking up is that the Modi government is very keen on rolling out a national scheme and certain kind of tax relaxations for Indian startups. And I'm picking this from my sources, official privies from the government, from the ministries. What I'm learning is that DPIIT along with the Revenue Department of Finance Ministry have finalized a proposal, a draft cabinet proposal that will be circulated next month. In fact, it's currently with the Expenditure Department of Finance Ministry. It's being assessed, and sources exclusively tell me that there have been various considerations made in it after due meetings with startups that have been happening for quite some time. In fact, credit guarantee scheme and seed funding are two important considerations that government has made through credit guarantee scheme. It will be easier for startups to claim credit in order to sustain their business, and seed funding concept that government has been contemplating for long is to provide initial capital for certain specific startups, which has been considered under this proposal. Well, this is very important to happen because of the strength that startups carry in the country. We know startups are the backbone of Indian economy, and the Modi government has been on a persistent push on the Make in India and the Made in India concept, and on its Startup India agenda of pushing more and more startups in the country. Well, this is not all. What I'm also learning is that government is very keen on providing some additional funds to startups. Last year, if we remember, DPIIT had provided funds of about 1,000 crore to startups, and this year also the government likely is going to work on the funds of funds scheme because of this distress that COVID-19 has caught. But let's not forget the fact that so many sectors have been impacted because of the pandemic, and startups is of course one of the first ones on the list with what's happening with the travel and hospitality industry. A lot of startups in that space, which otherwise is an amazing bus sector, is currently lagging behind because of no funds and low demand. Well, this is the time that this kind of help and support from government will push startups. Certain reports suggest that about 15 to 20% of startups have collapsed in the country in last 5 months, but with any kind of support and additional funds and rolling out certain tax relaxations will help in bringing green shoots back into the sector. We are learning that next month DPIIT will float cabinet note after they get an approval from Finance Ministry, and the implementation of the national scheme can be seen as early as in January 2021.